debt to GDP in the US. Um, there is no mathematical way for the US to do quantitative tightening for a long time without collapsing the global economy. And if they do, so that what that means is you're going to have credit crises and credit unwinds and bankruptcies everywhere and mass unemployment and house prices falling if they continue to tighten. They won't, but if they continue to tighten, and it starts around the world, other places first, and it comes into the US. And every single bank fails, every single institution fails. All of the world that we live on, all of our belief structure on top of that system, that is just that belief structure only exists because we've granted authority to people to press a button and destroy our wages. Okay? That entire belief structure in the world we live in collapses if they actually go through and quantitative tightening for any length of time. So what would happen to society? What would just happen to you, your neighbor? What would happen if that actually happened and all house prices were falling, all banks were failing? You went to the bank and knocked on the door to get your money, and the money wasn't there because it was a credit note that exploded with somebody else's counterparty risk. What would happen is you would rise up and you would march on the street and probably turn to violence. And before that happened, governments would, a different government or a party in that government would say, the central bank would be part of the government now. It wouldn't be an independent organization, and it would be your printing, right? Before that happened, or kind of as that happened. And what that says to you is, we will always, as society, kick the can down the road. We want to listen to somebody who's going to lie to us and say, I'm going to give you more than you can actually get through an economic, and by doing so, I'm going to socialize losses and pretend I'm giving you something, but actually pick your pocket more, and your living standards are going to go down. And out of that equation, by socializing those losses or manipulating money, you drive a massive wealth divide, and you drive a centralization of power. And as you drive that centralization of power, you remove the free market. And the same thing that created the wealth divide, which was the manipulation of money in the first place, you pretend you can solve it by destroying the free market. So that's where we are in this cycle. And there's only two doors. There's only door one and door two. Manipulate money or don't manipulate money. And they both have massive, dramatic consequences because it's not the free market. And so Bitcoin provides a path, a door three, from the pain of those two doors.